So our transaction's looking pretty good. We're acquiring shares through a mix of buying on the stock market and through getting them directly off of deals. Hello everybody and welcome back to Plutocracy. In this episode we will become much richer. I'm very sure of it. We managed to get a lot more income in the last episode. We basically discovered that buying shares in a company that give away a lot of money is just the thing to do. So we've now got 2.04% of the ownership in the company, which is brilliant. What we'll want to do is cement our hold on the company and just chip away and get more and more shares so that we get more of the money. Now, the company earns $4.5 million, and every single dollar it makes goes directly back to the shareholders. So logically speaking, the more shares we hold in this company, the more of that 4-point-something million we get. So we're looking maybe to start chipping away at these people and getting their shares. Now it's going to be a bit difficult to do because we don't yet have the money we need. Let's have a look what's going on. Michael Howard owning 18% of shares in Howard Petrol. Oh, is this the main guy? Is he the majority shareholder? Oh, Cody Howard. That's a different one. Michael Howard's got 18%. Yeah, so he's got the majority of shares. He wants people to work less. I'm not in favour of people working less because that means I'll get less dividends. So I'm going to say no. Rejected. Okay. Cool. Do I want to buy a flint gun? No, thank you. I don't think I could afford a flint gun even if I wanted one. So we're gonna see who we can talk to. We can't talk to any of these people yet because we're not. No, go away, Jonathan Simmons. We don't want to sell our shares, but we do want to buy, and we want to buy from these people. But we're just not influential enough at the moment. We're currently at 838, so we'll be able to talk to these people shortly, but until we can. Oh, it's another quarter, so we're on to quarter 3, 1876. Until we can talk to those other people, we're going to have to just keep buying shares off these people. We're at 2% at the moment. We need £150,000 to mop up the shares from Sarah, and the shares are. The price is down at the moment, $19 and a pence. Let's have a look at the stock exchange. I only want Howard Petrol, please. Ownership. Have shares. Cool. So there's been a big drop in shares at the moment, 19.7. So I could add an extra 5,000 shares right now. Let's start the timer slightly. Oh, it's gone down again. So if this is leveled out at 19.2, maybe I should buy shares now. I could get 7,000 shares. Of 6,885. Let's do it. Cool. So our transactions are looking pretty good. We're acquiring shares through a mix of buying on the stock market and through getting them directly off of deals. So actually this last round of buying has been really good for us because we got an extra 6,800 shares for $19.2 instead of the 24.5 that we spent before. So I'm really happy with that. It's a very good trade. Hopefully that'll see our income increase. Let's play on. Knowing my luck, it's going to drop even further now, but I guess that's just the way it is. Oh, it's gone up again. Brilliant. So now we're worth more and we're earning more money. Let's jump back to our office and have a look at what antiquity we could buy. A grandfather clock. I don't think so. I'm okay for a grandfather clock, thank you. I've got a perfect clock right here, and it's always the same time. Some sort of Time Lord. Let's jump back and have a look at the company view again. I wonder if there's anything else we can do to increase the money at the company. We already increased the work plan and the wage level. And we're on to another quarter, quarter 4. Boop. We already increased the wage plan and the work plan, and we don't have enough influence to affect these things anymore. We don't have any cash reserves, so we can't expand the company, and I don't think the company is going to say yes to taking a loan. So even if I only did enough, is that 750? Even if I only did enough to cover the cost of a big building, I'm pretty sure we just wouldn't go for it. So let's go a little bit more there. Yeah, all the shareholders are against it. I could possibly influence this person. Meh, so she won't vote against it. But yeah, it's just not going to happen. So expanding the company isn't an option at all. So pretty much all we can do is to acquire shares of the company over and over and over again. So she wants to sell. It looks like she wants to sell more shares than she has. That's very interesting. I wonder how that works. So she wants to sell 2,731 shares for $26 per share. We could actually fulfill this ambition now and then maybe get a favour or something from her. What does she actually have? She's only got 974 shares. So I'm wondering if that ambition is slightly bugged. It'll probably be better for me to just go and deal with her directly. Let's check on the share price. It's $21. We've got enough influence, so let's do it. Let's jump in. Let's go to Howard Petrol. I want all of your outstanding shares for only 20 grand. Let's see if she'll do a deal. We'll use that argument there. She's happy with that, 3% discount. See if we can knock her down just a bit more. So we'll go for this one. She might find that a bit cheeky. No, it looks like she's happy. I'm pretty happy with that, 19.8. I would say yes, and we have bought more shares. And I think with that, we are also saying goodbye to this investor, which means we are once again the smallest investor in the company, but we have made up our share size quite significantly. So that's really good for us. What paintings for sale? A Rembrandt? don't have the money for that. Okay, so what, have these guys got any ambitions? This guy wants to buy a house. I'm very sorry, I don't have one. This one wants to acquire shares in Diaz Oil. I don't really... How many shares does he want? So... I want straight up 20,000 shares. I wonder how much the shares at Diaz Oil are going for. Diaz Oil. So their share price is relatively low at the moment. And we could get 6,000 shares for 7.3. I wonder what they are like in Diaz Oil. Let's have a look at the company's view. So Diaz Oil, they have got a very small price here. Market cap, meh. It's looking alright. Maybe I should put in a bid for, let's say, one share at $4. Have I just bought... Oh, well, okay. I've just bought a share in this transport company. No matter. I might try and sell that high. Let's go back to Diaz Oil. Yeah, if I buy a single share in Diaz Oil, then that should allow me to go to the company page for Diaz Oil and have a look at their statistics. Right. And we can see that Diaz Oil are doing very badly right now. Do they have a strike or something going on? They have got cash reserves, so that's okay. They aren't doing well at all. Wowzers. In this scenario, if I was running this company, I'd want to change things around pretty quickly. The expenses are higher than the revenue, so that's pretty bad. I think we'd probably want to turn the research off. Does that make a difference? Yeah. So that takes it down to minus 128. We've literally got a single share, but we're making all of the good business decisions right here. So 102 there. Let's make people work harder. Okay, and we won't pay any more wages. In fact, it would be a good idea for us to decrease the wage in this instance. That's quite weird though. Our revenue does drop, but our expenses do drop. So the net income is better. I might just leave it as it is. I don't think the company would go for anything regarding dividend size, but really, if we are making any money, it should be all going into the investment of the company. We probably want to get more people as well. So this company does have reserves, so it doesn't have a lot of reserves. Let's see if the shareholders would vote for that. No. So they're quite averse to risk, which is understandable. They're not making any money, but unless they expand, they won't improve their position. So based on this, I definitely will not be putting any more than one share into Diaz Oil. If this goes up, then I guess it's fine. Like maybe they're recovering from a strike or something. It says they're profitable, but I don't believe it. Okay. What? So if that's Diaz Oil, maybe the other oil company is doing a lot better. So Patterson Inc. Let's have a look at that one. Patterson. Let's do the same thing and buy a single share in Patterson. This is very low risk for us. And then come and have a look at Patterson Inc. Okay, so we're definitely a minority shareholder in this company. Statistics, there we go, they are making an income, so that's very good indeed. Expenses are very high. It doesn't look like the oil business is the one to be in. They're paying a lot of dividend, but they're just not making as much money as I would like to invest more. I could do this, and that would increase the income. Everybody seems to be in favour, so the power of things you can do with one share. Okay, they're not looking too hot. Let's have a look at some more companies. Who else has really high dividends? So we're already invested into Howard Petrol quite heavily. Profitability is slightly down, but the dividend is high. The next one on the list is this train company. I'm going to call them V Inc. So V Inc. They are quite kind of small. They've got a decent number of shareholders, and they seem to be very profitable, and they're paying a good dividend. So I wonder what's going on there. I'm not sure. This isn't the one I accidentally bought a share in. So maybe we can have a look at that one. Let's change this to a single share. And the shares are quite low there at the moment. So we'll buy one of those. So we don't own any shares in them anymore. Is this a transport one? So yeah, Patterson Inc. We've got one share, 16.1 was what we paid for that one. Diaz 7.3. Let's have a look at this company now that we've bought a share and we've unlocked that screen. So okay, so they're making 487,000. Revenue is doing well versus the taxes. The share price is really low, so we might be able to make headway at this company quite quickly. This guy wants to sell his shares. Currently they're $2 per share. We could get £49,000, a bunch of shares off of him, 20,000 shares, and I think I'm going to do that, and we will get a favour from him. So I believe he's still got shares. He does. So let's come back to the shareholder screen. So Jacob owns 5%. We now own 2% of this company. So we're a minority shareholder, but we will be getting a nice little dividend from this company because they pay out at a good rate. And we've got a favour, so we would need £100,000 to buy all of the shares that he's got remaining. So with that, I think I'm going to allow time to trickle on. Now this company has got a much smaller market share, which means that we will be in with a chance of becoming a dominant shareholder much more quickly. And I think maybe we might only have to wait 1 or 2 quarters to have enough money to buy the shares, an extra 5% in shares, something like that. And we've achieved a goal as well, cash flow generator. Brilliant. So I think I'll put that into eloquence again, so that we can continue negotiation rounds. Let's come back to this one here, and let's. This guy's locked. Okay. So there's no loyalty there. Let's see what's happened. Oh, okay. Brilliant. There's been a strike at Howard Petrol. You might think, well, that's not a very good thing. A strike means you're not making money. Well, 58.1% drop in the share price. Pretty happy with that. We've got 100 grand on us. Let's see what damage we can do with that. Let's have a look. So we are after Howard Petrol. Howard Petrol. There is currently a strike. Share price is currently 9%. That means we could get 6,800 shares at only $9. Yes, please. So that, to me, is a very good transaction. 6,000 at $9. That is probably the best thing that we could have done there. I was waiting to invest more into the transport company, but I think that was a good investment in the petrol company. I think we'll have to wait a quarter of low share prices, and we can see that the share price is going to recover and it's going to go back to normal eventually, especially when we hit the next quarter, I would expect. Talking of which, I'll up the speed. Oh, there's a vote. What are we voting on today? What company is this? Howard Petrol. Okay. You want a new CEO. So this CEO is okay towards me. He's got very bad diplomacy and very bad economics, but he's got a great reputation. Whereas Nicholas is better because Nicholas has got better economics, better diplomacy. Not so warm towards me, but I don't think that matters. I'm going to vote no because I think the CEO we've got is doing just fine. If anything, it's probably my fault that they're striking because I made them work more when we increased the work plan. Let's continue a bit more, and before I end the quarter, the share price hasn't fully recovered yet. Go down a bit more? No, it's gone up. But the share price hasn't fully recovered, and I have got £40,000 to spend, so that might be a good move. So let's do that. And now it's going to go down again. Because of course it is. But with that, I think we're basically doing fine. How am I doing? There. I've set the share price up. There we go. I will not sell my shares. Let's see where we're at. Right. Tiger skin rug? No, thank you. It's devastating. Poor tiger. I presume the share price will go back up. At least that's what I'm hoping. And we also might be able to make a quick few cents from selling these shares. So we are still making a decent chunk from Howard Petrol. Everything seems to be fine there. We own 3.89% of the shares. Let's have a check up on the company. So the share price has taken what looks to be a permanent hit, but our dividends are still decent. Net income is down. Wage level. Would they reduce the dividend? No. Well, I'm going to vote for it because I think we need to expand this company. Still nothing in the cash reserves. I think the company generally is still healthy. It's still making a good amount of money, so I think we will continue our income. That's still a pretty strong dividend. We're earning a little bit of money from the transport company. This one here. So that's giving us 13% ROI at the moment, which is pretty good. And we're earning 7k, which isn't too bad considering the size. We're earning pence from these ones where we've only got one share, but I may as well just keep them, I guess, just so that we can access those finance screens. Right, well, let's have a look at where our opponent is and how our general situation is. So our opponent is currently in Kansas. I don't know what he's doing there, but I'm going to stick here in the Lone Star State, in good old Texas. All my exes live in Texas, is what I've heard. So maybe I should go to Tennessee, if that's there. Where is Tennessee? I'm really bad with geography, especially. Is it over here somewhere? Is this Tennessee? There we go. Nice. We are going to stay in Texas, and I think our ambition is going to be to try and dominate in Texas. I don't know if that's going to be the best approach, but I imagine that eventually we will be a billionaire and we will be able to buy all of these buildings and make Texas really amazing, and also own all of the companies in Texas. That is the basic idea, I think, or at least all of the ones worth owning. I'm not so sure I would want to bother with the ones that are actively losing money, like Deere's Oil. Oh, they've started making money now. That's not too bad. Okay. Well, it's still not enough to make me interested. Okay, well, let's have a look at how rich we are. Let's see who the richest person in America is at the moment. So let's have a look at wealth, and let's sort by descending. So Sarah Griffin is still the wealthiest person in America, in New York. She's got 144 million, and we and our opposition, our wealth is looking very similar. This is brilliant, guys. We have made headways. We're no longer less than half of what our opponent is. It looks like we're making a good amount of money. Our wealth is comparable, and we're still dominating in terms of influence. So I think we're doing a really good job. This is something to be proud of. I don't think Connor is going to be a particular threat to us. I think we're going to be able to become the richest person in America in no time at all. So I think on that note, I'm gonna call it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like if you've liked the content. If you want to see any more, if you've got any tips or tricks, please leave a comment, and please consider subscribing. Goodbye.